We're here with men's basketball head coach Mark Downey. Coach Downey coming into the first round of the West Virginia Conference playoffs after a big win at West Virginia State. I guess your first win over the rivals in your 2 years here. Give us your thoughts about how the game went on Saturday leading into the conference tournament.
Oh, I thought we did what we had to do to win. Played pretty well. I felt like in this 11-game streak that it was probably not the best closeout that we've had. We had a little bit of a lead late in the game and let it slip a little bit, turned it over a couple times and let them make a run and get close at the end. But we did do what we had to do to win. We made free throws late in the game. Evan Faulkner and Marco Richardson made 2 each late in the game, so that really helped us and helped us finish the game. And I felt like we played the way we wanted to play. A lot of the games here that we've had with State, they've out-physicaled us and just beat us to loose balls. And I think our keys to the game were win the 50-50 balls, be physical with them. We call the paint no man's land, so we didn't want the ball in no man's land, but we didn't want them in no man's land either. We wanted to keep them out of there defensively. So I thought we did a good job of that. There were times when we had some letdowns, but did a pretty good job of guarding them and making it tough for them to score. And then in the second half especially, we were really good offensively and took great shots. I think we settled early in the game for too many threes. I think we shot 18 threes in the first half against that zone, and way too many. And our shooting percentage in the first half was low 40s. In the second half, we took 7 threes, and our shooting percentage was in the low 50s. So a lot better job second half of attacking the zone, and so good that they had to get out of the zone about halfway through the second half. So pretty pleased with the win. In a rivalry game, it's always tough no matter what. It's going to be close, and pleased to get a road win, get a win versus a rival, and keep the momentum going into the tournament this week.
And like you said, it was definitely a very physical contest, and it looked like you used a pretty healthy rotation of guys for the duration of the game. Montavious Mark saw some extended minutes, and he definitely went in there and banged around with some of the big guys underneath, along with Eladio Espinosa, and Marco Richardson as well saw some expanded minutes over what he's had the last couple weeks. Was it really your plan to use your depth as one of the keys to the game?
Well, I think our depth is one of our strengths. I don't know if there's anybody in the league that's as deep as we are. And that's just come on over, the last 10 or 11 games. Montavious has started to play well and get acquainted to what we're doing. And, he's only played basketball for 4 years, organized basketball for 4 years. And, so he's still learning the game. But he plays so hard and he brings such energy. And he's actually pretty skilled for only playing for 4 years. And then, Hayden Annett has come on as well with Noah Fisher's injury, so he's given us some extended minutes. And then Noah comes back, and it's only his second game back against State, and really hasn't played that much in 2 months. And he buries 2 threes in the second half in a run. And then Marco, we've been trying to find it from Marco for about a week or for about a month. He just hasn't played well in a long time. And we had a talk, him and I, Thursday or Friday, and just talked about what he can do to help us win and get more playing time. And he just wants to be on the floor to help us win, and he did that. I thought he was really good. I thought that was one of his best games. And Eladio gave us good minutes and banged around down there, but I didn't think he played particularly well. But he did give us some minutes in there, and he banged and guarded pretty well. So I think our depth is something that has helped us and will continue to help us, hopefully with tournament coming up, that we'll be able to use a lot of guys and keep guys fresh. And you always like that when you're playing 4 games hopefully in 5 or 6 days, hopefully if we're lucky enough to keep winning. Hopefully it'll be a stronghold for us the rest of the year. And from now on it is tournament basketball, so usually if you win you play the next day or the next couple days. So hopefully that depth will continue to work well for us.
All right, moving into the first round of the West Virginia Conference playoffs. Obviously, you secured the number 2 seed, so you get a home game on Tuesday night at 7:30. You have Bluefield State coming in. It's a team that you've already got beaten twice this year. I guess tell us about, the hardest thing in sports is going in and beating a team 3 times. Anything about your game plan to be ready for Tuesday?
Well, if you look at the bracket, we're going to have to do it not only Tuesday, but if we win Tuesday, we're going to have to do it again on Thursday. Both the teams in the bracket beside us, we've beaten twice as well. So it is difficult. Bluefield's had a tough year. They're young. They've had a lot of defections. Their coach was fired right before the year started, and they brought in a new coach. And he's had a tough job putting together a team. And the good thing is we're on our home floor. I think our guys are excited. They have some momentum with winning the state game. And just hanging out with them yesterday and after the game Saturday, they're pretty focused in what we're trying to do and realize they've got a lot to lose. So I think they're going to be ready to play. The last time we played Bluefield, we got off to a slow start here at home, and we're really harping on that and telling them, hey, you got to come ready to play, and this is tournament basketball, and anybody can beat anybody. And we've got to keep up with our pressure, use that depth we just talked about, and be focused and ready to play and follow the scouting report and the game plan, and I think we'll be okay. But hopefully we'll get a good crowd come out and watch us. This last time we'll play in Eddie King Gym this year, and we're exciting to watch. These guys are playing hard, and that at that state game, that was what was fun to watch. I mean, we did win a lot of those 50-50 balls, and one of the most important ones of the game where there was a scrum for about 10 seconds on the floor, and we came out of there with it. And that's fun to watch. It's fun to coach, and hopefully we can keep it going.
All right, like you said, you got the second round game. If you win on Tuesday night, you'll move into the Civic Center on Thursday afternoon. The Civic Center's had a history between Marshall, WVU, West Virginia Conference Tournament of low shooting percentages. Do you think there's anything to be said for some of your players' experience in the bigger arenas to be able to shoot in the Civic Center?
I think so. I don't think that'll bother us. I mean, like you said, we've got those Division I transfers. I don't understand why that place is hard to shoot in because I loved it. When I played, I had some of my biggest games in there, whether it be here against here or at Wheeling. I love to shoot in big arenas, and I enjoyed it. So I don't buy into the myth. I don't know why. I've heard some of our guys talk about it last year because we played in there a couple times, playing Bellarmine and then State in the second round of the conference tournament. And I don't get it, but we've thought about maybe going somewhere and getting some shots up, before we go into the Civic Center on Thursday. But we tell our guys all the time, the court's 94 feet, the lane's still the same, free throw line's 15 feet away, the basket's 10 feet high. It's the same court. It's just different surroundings. So, we try not to feed into it, and don't talk very much about it. So hopefully we'll go over there, and both teams got to do it. If we win Tuesday, we get Pitt Johnstown or Seton Hill, and those guys got to shoot on the same rim. So, hopefully, we'll get comfortable quick and get to play in there quite a bit. Hopefully.
And let's not look ahead beyond the conference tournament, but looking towards regional play. The regional rankings won't come out again until Tuesday, but there's definitely going to be some movement with the last 2 weeks of play. Where do you think you guys will stand, and what you're feeling for moving towards the regional outside of the West Virginia Conference Tournament?
Well, as I have been telling our guys for 2 weeks, everything that we've been getting, the national ranking, second in the league, third in the region, nobody can take that from you if you keep winning. You're probably not going to fall if you keep winning. So I believe that. I think we're going to be, third again in the region. I think we'll hold on to that. And then with the national ranking, we might move up a little bit. I'm not sure, but I really think we're cemented there in the third spot. And if we can make a good run, you think about it, the region rankings take a whole new, since I've been in Division II, my 6th year here as a head coach, the region rankings take a whole new look after conference tournaments because everybody loses, and there's one winner in each league. So, if we go into this and play well into the conference tournament and get deep in it somehow, I think we'll be okay with the region rankings. Since we are kind of third, we're kind of high up there. That's where we kind of want to stay going into this thing. Just because, you want to be 6 or better because, there could be some upsets in the tournament. Shaw looks like they've could win the CIAA. They've been running through the league, but at conference tournament, you never know. You know, I think the PSAC is totally up for grabs. IUP right now is probably the favorite, but you know they've got a tough road to hoe, and then they've got to go on the road. It's at a Eastern Conference or Eastern Division school this year, so they've got to play on the road in the conference tournament. And then West Lib in our league, Wheeling just beat them, so that shows that they can be beat as well. So you just want to be cemented pretty high in those region rankings. I think being third, if we can just play well into the tournament and do well and not get upset early or whatever, that we should be good with the NCAA tournament. So we'll see. It's like I told our guys, they can't take it away from you if you keep winning. So we're just going to try to take it one game at a time and win as many as we can and hope that we get in and then go win some more hopefully.
Okay, and just to move on to the last question here. P.J. Reyes being named the West Virginia Conference Player of the Year. That'll be something that comes out today, and will be one area. He's your senior guard. Looks like he's an electric piece of your team, but is that the type of play you expected from him coming into the season?
I did. He's a special player. When we brought him in last year, you can't read a book by its cover. He's got the tattoos and the long hair, and I did. I stereotyped him when I first saw him and saw a picture of him, but we were continuing to recruit him, and he was Marcus Knott, our point guard's high school teammate. So Marcus told us, hey, don't take his appearance for what he is. He doesn't get in trouble. He's a good kid, and so we brought him in on a visit, and he was respectful and very nice young man, and treated everybody well and had great manners, and a funny individual. I mean, he's great to be around. We enjoy being around him, and and then we, after meeting him and getting to hang out with him, we got him on the floor a little bit and watched him play, and when we saw that, it was a no-brainer. And he brought in a good transcript. He'll have a chance to graduate, maybe not this year, but he's going to need maybe an additional semester to graduate, and he's going to definitely have the opportunity to play some professional basketball. So he's promised me he's going to finish that degree, and I'm going to make sure that he does. And I'm really proud of him. He puts up with a lot from me because I expect a lot from him, and I ride him pretty hard. And for him to be able to still do what he does with me riding him, that shows what kind of person he is, how tough he is, and what a great student athlete and great player he is. I mean, he's just he's a special, like you said. I think you used the word electric. I mean, he's a guy that people need to come see this week in the Charleston Civic Center. He's a highlight reel. You can get on YouTube and watch him. I mean, he's got highlights all over the place. He's just really fun to watch, and a great person at that. And I'm lucky to have him. We're lucky to have him, and I know he's found a home here and really enjoys playing here as well. So really proud of him. Congratulations, PJ, and let's got work to do. So let's go do it.